John 15. I am the authentic vine. My Father is the farmer. Every offshoot in me that does not bear fruit, he lifts up from the ground and fastens it to a stake. And every fruit-bearing part he dresses in order to maximize its yield. Your personal pruning and dressing already happened in our conversation. The Word made flesh in my person and language is how the Father prepares and sets you up for fruit-bearing. Our seamless union, you and me and I and you, is pictured in the vine. The shoot cannot bear fruit outside of this union. In its abiding in the vine, fruit happens naturally, as with your abiding in me. I am the vine and you are the branches. It is the one who understands this mutual union that bears much fruit, which is impossible to happen apart from me. It is, indeed, in your seamless abiding in me and I in you, where your fruit-bearing is as natural as it is inevitable. Every area of human life that does not continue to be entwined in this place of seamlessness in me was already cast forth, where it has withered away and is gathered to be burned as firewood. My words find voice in you. With your abiding in me and my words abiding in you, a conversation is inspired, where you will request that which arises in your desire from our union, and it shall come to pass for you. These union-inspired desires bear the very fruit that endorses the Father's glory. This is where true discipleship is born. The love of the Father for me is my love for you. Abide in my love for you. By treasuring the prophetic conclusion of my life, you will remain constantly engulfed in my love, even as I treasure the completeness of my Father's prophetic purpose and abide in his love's embrace. I have spoken these things unto you so that my joy will continuously infuse you. You don't have to invent your own if you can tap into mine. This is the ultimate bliss. I advise you to discover your love for one another mirrored in my love for you. This is the conclusion of my mission. There is no greater expression of love than the love that leads someone to lay down his life for his brother. Our friendship is endorsed in our continual engagement with the conclusion of my mission. I do not communicate with you on a slave-boss basis. Slaves have no clue what their master is about to do. I talk to you as my friends, telling you everything that I've heard in my conversation and intimate association with my Father. This I explain to you in the clearest possible terms. I did not begin in you. You began in me. I am not your idea. You are mine. I have strategically positioned you in order that you may abound in much fruit-bearing, wherever life leads you. Fruit that would ceaselessly continue the same incarnate life of union with me. From within this place, anything you desire has already been granted to you by my Father. All these things are the conclusion of my assignment to you and find their context in your love for one another. Know that the world system hated me first whenever you encounter their resistance against you. If your lives were the product of the world system, you would enjoy their applause and friendship. But they can't stand you because their mold no longer has any hold on you, now that you have discovered your authentic identity in my declaration of who you are by design. Remember that I told you that within the environment and association of servant and master, what happens to the master happens also to the servant. The servant is not treated any differently. If they hunted me down, they will hunt you down. If they treasured my word, they will also treasure yours. They will do all these things unto you because of your association with me, since they have no regard for him who sent me. My arrival and my conversation removed any possible excuse of ignorance they could have had to continue in a distorted pattern of life. In my absence, they would have had no sin, but now they have no valid excuse. To dishonor me is to dishonor my Father. If I had not accomplished in them the works which nobody else has ever performed, they would have had reason to remain trapped in their distorted pattern of life. Yet, in spite of what they have witnessed with their own eyes, they continue to despise my Father and I. Their hatred for me fulfills the word of their own law. But when the close companion comes, who I shall send to you from the immediate presence of the Father, the Spirit of truth who originates and proceeds out of the Father, this one will confirm everything about me. You also will confirm everything about me, since you are with me from the beginning.